started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Second and a yard.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Jones. He gets it underneath to Hall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the former Buckeye, the young rookie QB from Ohio State.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
21 yards. That's good for the Steelers. First down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try to pick it up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Here's 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he completes it to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got it to Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the stop. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
A gain of 9.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Hall again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones will sneak it. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
At the 43-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
In punt formation for the Jets.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. 2nd and 4. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. That's complete. Bernard. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who missed most of the run to the Super Bowl last year, Rashee Rice. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's a man coming off a 3rd straight 1,000-yard season, 5 out of 6, A.J. Brown. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in, 22 yards on the touchdown. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Colts with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Takes it 6, just a 1-yard gain.
Tackled at the 25-yard.
Here's 2nd and 8. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the Steelers first down.
On the run, it's Downer. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Second down and 3.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Looking to throw. Howard. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Howard from the gun on third down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. Still moving. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good game.
It certainly was, because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep churning forward, and he gained more yardage.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Howard. The toss here completed to Pittman. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
For the Steelers.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Option play, here's Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he is going to have a Jets first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Off play action. Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught by Wilson. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. This pass out wide to Hall. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. York able to send this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
No gain on the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Intended for Michael Pittman. Incomplete.
They're going to look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Back to throw again. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's another Steelers first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Jets have got it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
New York set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jones looking around. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And the Steelers first down.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He's back to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Jets are going to win the football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.